911, what's the address of the emergency? What is your name?
John Brooks.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I don't know. I woke up and they all been shot.
Who's been shot, sir?
It's my wife and I. Yes, I got blood all over everywhere. I've been shot in the head.
Did you see the person who fired the shots?
Just a figure. Just a figure.
And where's the suspect now?
I don't know. We're hiding in the room. My daughter's with me. I don't know where my son is.
The police are there. I need somebody to go outside without a gun.
Today's story begins in the Moses Lake town of Grant County, Washington. The town has a population of 26,000 people. The city have more than 140 lakes and a beautiful landscapes that feels like another world. In 2013, it was also the home to 14-year-old Nathan Brooks. He was born in 1999 to Beth Brooks and John Brooks. At 11:15 p.m. on the 8th of March 2013, police arrived at 14-year-old Nathan Brooks' home to a distressing scene. A horrific crime took place that stunned the nation. One of the officers states, "When we entered the bedroom, we could see blood on the floor, bed, pillows. There was so much blood it was surreal." The brutality of the act was only surpassed by the identity of a 14-year-old boy. Nathan walked into his parents' bedroom while they were sleeping and shot both of them multiple times in the head. Firing 6 bullets at his parents, Nathan's mom was shot beneath one eye, and his dad, John, was also shot multiple times, including in the forehead. John Brooks got his consciousness just after time of the shooting. He woke up in a pool of blood and called 911. He feared the family had been the victim of a savage robbery. I knew I was hurt bad because I kept losing sight. The blood kept coming, so I had to keep wiping it away. His mom was screaming that, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? Police arrived at the gruesome scene just a few minutes later. Soon, both of them were transferred to the hospital, and the case made national headlines immediately. Astonishingly, both his mom and dad survived. She asked her neurologist why she was still alive. His response was, "None of us know." But what could have driven the boy to commit a horrific act of violence? Before we start, if you find this video fascinating, then at the end, please drop a like and let me know what you thought about the case. It helps the channel, and also don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Thank you. Nathan was described as wonderful kid, super funny guy, and very popular at school. His best friend Caden said he was well liked by everyone in the school, and he was on top in his sport team. But at the night of the 8th of March, everything takes a dark and twisted turn. Nathan took a revolver out of his parents' gun cabinet and waited in his bedroom for about 90 minutes before deciding whether he should shoot them. He sneaked into his parents' bedroom, stood at the foot of the bed, and began shooting, hitting his father once and his mother twice. Nathan says, "I remember I raised the gun at my mom first. I don't know why, before I realized I'd pulled the trigger. And I fired again and again. I ran down the hallway, sat down on the stairs, and that's when it clicked what I'd done. Natham House was just as same as any other American house. But one thing was different about his home was the security cameras. The cameras were not in the outside looking out, they were on the inside looking in." This will become important later in the interrogation. On 8th of March, just over an hour after the shooting, Nathan was taken to the police station. His witness statement was recorded. The entire interrogation was recorded with police cameras and showcases from start to finish. A tragic tale of a boy blissfully unaware of the nightmare he is responsible for.
But better than nothing. Just throw on over what you got on. Just so you know, there's a video camera in here. I just gotta let you know that and record it. Tell me what went on down at your folks' house tonight.
From beginning to end?
Yep.
Okay.
When Officer first spoke to him, Nathan begins with explaining that night events and trying to change the story, but we can clearly see how confused and vulnerable he is feeling.
So I was asleep, and I woke up. There was, I don't know, a few gunshots, and I heard screaming, but it was more like yelling. I could hear my dad yelling. And I ran downstairs because I heard him upstairs, so I figured the best place to go would be downstairs. So I ran downstairs, and I hid over in the library area of our house. And I sat there, and I hid in that little corner. And this guy came down. He's a little taller than me. I was guessing 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches taller than me. He's a pretty big guy. But he loaded it back up because you hear like the tink, 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 but it was like one by one. And it sounded like he ran back up the stairs. He was up there for a little bit, and then he ran back down the stairs, opened up our rear slider door, and ran out the door. And that's the last I saw him.
So, here's the deal, Nathan. And I'll be pretty blunt with you. I've known you for at least a few years. Do you know that your dad moved one of the video cameras inside the house?
No.
He did.
Okay.
You know what the video camera showed? Why don't you tell me what the video camera showed? What went on tonight? I'm giving you a chance to be honest with me because you haven't been to this point.
CCTV footage from the night shows Nathan running through the house in his underwear, carrying a revolver, just prior to the shooting. It was powerful and undeniable evidence that police had, but Nathan didn't know. At this time, Nathan realized that lying is no longer useful.
You need to be honest with me, son.
You know what I've done? I don't even know what I was thinking.
Look, man, we make mistakes. Now's the time to talk about it.
Not like this, though. Kids
Tell
don't just pull a gun on their parents.
me what happened, man. Nathan, you're a good kid.
Apparently not. I almost killed my parents. I don't even know if they're dead. They might be.
They're not.
I was mad. Everything just shut off. I don't even remember really what happened exactly. It just went blank. Next thing I know, I've got a gun and it's empty. And my dad's bleeding. And so is my mom.
Well, let's take it back a step. Where did you get the gun from?
The case. In the 4th bedroom. You can pry it, the door's open.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a .22 revolver, Smith & Wesson, and it's my grandpa's.
When an officer asks him, "What were you trying to do when you pulled the trigger?" Nathan replies, "What a gun does. Kill."
And what were you trying to do when you pulled the trigger?
What a gun does.
Which is?
Kill.
So your goal when you walked in there was to kill both your parents?
Yes. So stupid. Now I have to go to jail. It's attempted murder.
Where did you put the gun afterwards?
Threw it in the pool.
What was it you said you got in trouble for? I'm sorry you told me that.
I was late to class.
And so you got detention, that would have been Thursday? Tell me what happened when you got home.
My mom picked me up because she got off work early. She said, "Get a snack, you have chores to do. So sweep all the tile in the entire house and then mop it for me." I said, "Okay." So I swept and mopped the whole house. And she goes, "Okay, now vacuum all the carpets." And I said, "Okay, I vacuum the carpets." She goes, go in the backyard and scoop the dog poop and fill in the holes. But I've been grounded from my phone and the Xbox and TV. Electronics, pretty much.
Since how long?
Yesterday.
Okay. All right.
The reason why he did this is unknown. The psychologist states, "We haven't noticed any personality disorders, and there's been no antisocial traits to believe he is psychotic." His defense attorney adds his opinion that there was no evidence of abuse at home. Nathan Brooks reportedly wanted to kill his parents since he was 8, and it was taking away his video games that led to him shooting them. "I thought it would be much better if they weren't around to tell me what to do." Nathan and his parents still maintain contact, and they have a fairly good relationship. John admits that he'll probably never understand exactly why Nathan chose to murder them that night. No one of his family, seems exactly sure why he did it. He tells BBC, "I felt very guilty about it, because how could I do such a thing and not even know why?" He was sentenced to 15.5 years in prison for the crime, and is serving his time in Green Hill Juvenile Detention Center, where some of America's most violent young criminals have been imprisoned. Nathan is due for release in 2028. Cases like these tragically live long in the memory. Thanks for watching, you guys. What do you think about this case? Let me know your thoughts through a comment, and before you go, why not click the like, subscribe, and bell buttons? That way you will never miss another episode. On to next time. Stay safe and be steer clear of danger.